Reverend Blanche Black, and we're here at the Chakra Show for Shakura World Spirit Service about new beginnings. And so how do we start from a new beginning? We're going to focus on the spiritual transgression of fear. Fear brings the past into the present. It brings the projection of past negativities into our future. Fear inhibits our present focus. It disconnects us from love. Fear is the false belief that our illusionary thoughts and projections will become real in the future and will be our future experience. Fear disconnects us from the present beautiful life that everyone has. Most of us compare ourselves to others and feel lacking in some way. We rarely look at someone who has less than us and feel grateful. Wow, am I blessed to be who I am? Am I blessed to have what I have? We fear losing something. We fear not attaining something. We fear losing our health, our money, our friends, our love. We fear something traumatic happening in our future. We feel like there's not enough and there's a constriction of energy and the heart chakra closes. There's a constriction and a stop of the energy of Source, which is unlimited. Source is unlimited. We have the power of the cosmos. Everyone has the power of the cosmos that we can bring through our physical bodies and create whatever we desire in the positive sense. What fear is in your heart that is causing one to do something against another or say against another or want to elicit something from another rather than aligning with Source? What is the biggest fear? What is the big one? What fear is holding you back? How can we put love to that? These thoughts and actions give reality. Our thoughts are very powerful, and most people do not. We do not know how powerful our thoughts are and how creative they are into our future. So if any one of you out there fears losing something precious to you, you want to love instead. Love the moment. Love the present. Love, wow. Am I blessed? Am I blessed to have this in my life? What a blessing that this is here. How can I love this more? How can I love the home I'm in? Or some people fear losing their homes or losing their jobs or losing their mates or losing their precious things or losing their cars or their car breaking down or not having enough food or not having enough money to pay the rent. And, you know, all those kinds of fears are churning in people every day. Well, what can I love instead? How can I take the love of, wow, am I blessed to have money? Am I blessed that flow is coming in here? Am I blessed that I'm attracting what I need to survive? And wouldn't it be nice to have more? Wow, I want to love this precious thing that's here in my life, and am I blessed to have this? And wow, there's enough, and it fulfills me and it sustains me, and here I am, and I'm enjoying the moment now rather than fearing some loss in the future. Wow! Our heart chakra, the love energy, is the most powerful energy of the cosmos, and it vibrates out and gives reality. Love begets love. Insecurity begets insecurity. We have the power to focus our love. We have the power to focus every thought, every feeling, every action in alignment with our heart's desire and not in alignment with our fear. How we can practice releasing the transgression of fear is to every minute, what was I thinking? Is that thought based on love or on fear? What am I worried about? How can I address that worry? How can I take that fear and give love to it? Wow, I love my healthy body. My body's healthy, and every cell is regenerating perfectly, and I love my healthy body. I love this part of my life. I love my dear friend. I love my lover. I love my family. I love. And so often we, as human beings, feel like we have the right to take away our love because of what somebody does or doesn't do. And Spirit says no. They are free to be who they are, to choose what they choose. And we are free to love or not. So often we take away our love as justification to blame or criticize another for not giving us love. And so that just simply closes our heart rather than continuing to love no matter what. Whether they do what we want or not, whether they're here or not, whether they give us what we want or not, we can love anyways. Do we love them? Hate isn't the opposite of love. Fear is. Fear not. Fear not, say the angel. Love instead. And allow that fear give you power rather than make you weak. Fear is always born out of weakness. We can have the spiritual strength, the power of love, creating whatever we want in the world. The next segment will feature Earl Muffin talking about new beginnings, love, and the heart chakra, and the crystal kingdom.
This is Earl Muffin here at the Chakra Shop. As you know, this is the beginning of the new year. We all make all these New Year's resolutions. And one of the things about making New Year's resolutions, it means that we're going to try and change something that we want for the year. But one of the things that, instead of going into our intellect about making those goals, is to reach into our heart and begin to look at that and see what the feeling is around our heart. The heart chakra is really a very, very dynamic thing, and it's really the fire that fuels our emotional, our spiritual, and our physical energies in such a way that it's in depth. And the important thing is really learning to reach in and see how much self-love we have, how much love that we are able to share, and how much love that we're able to bring just to open up for the world. And it's oftentimes that if we don't have a chance to go into that sense of self-love, then we don't have anything to give, we don't have anything to share, and we definitely don't have anything to help our heart chakra grow. Our heart chakra vibrates at a very, very high rate, actually, but it's a very soft and gentle way of reaching out in a vibratory way. And the heart chakra is such a dynamic way because it helps to keep everything moving forward on a regular basis. When we have that self-love, we have enough love to share, to give, and we don't end up being bankrupt because oftentimes we can have a heart chakra where it's so diminished that we can't give ourselves love and we can't share love, or we're so over loving that we give it all out, and then we don't have anything to share for ourselves. So it's very important to be able to recognize and do that. And that's how we begin. And we have our heart chakra in place and active and going. Then what happens is all those things those goals that we made intellectually can even be broader and bigger and wider for us to have, for it to be able to share for ourselves and be able to be on a dynamic accomplishing the goals that we've set out intellectually. There's very several tools that we can use in the crystal world to help with our heart chakra. One is the rose quartz. One would be the rose quartz. The other would be aventurine, and the other would be crystal paste. And all of those three are able. The rose quartz is a very gentle, smooth, but very, very grabs onto those past issues that you have, and helps to bring those and allow those to come up and heal those in the way that we call it. And it's great for using on a regular basis, even to sleep with. The other is aventurine, and aventurine is also a stone that has a real vibration of which God. And it's much more in helping you to get in tune with, because it connects with your solar plexus as well as your heart chakra. And it's a one of growth, so it helps you to grow in the process of working on those hard vibrations. And there's the crystal place, and this is a very dynamic crystal, because it helps to clear those dark shadows of ourselves, and yet gives a sense of hope when there's a sense of darkness. So all these three crystals are great tools to use to help you increase the vibration of your heart chakra and help you to open up your heart chakra so you're ready to able to share and able to give and able to accomplish those intellectual goals that you've set for yourself, and make that so much more warm and in direct way. So I ask you to look into yourself today and see how you feel that vibration of your heart. And you can always tell. You just taking a deep breath, and there's a beating fast, beating slow, or just sort of at a nice rhythm, and you can say, oh, I need to check on this today and see and work on my heart chakra for helping to begin those new beginnings for 2018.
Thank you, Earl. So we're here at the Chakra Shop with Shakura World Spirit. Earl, there are several of us here. Should we perhaps use the crystal on our heart chakra right now?
We sure could.
Yeah.
There's a number of crystals here.
Right.
We can pass around.
Good.
And if someone would like a rose quartz or a aventurine or whichever.
Yeah. So if anyone watching from our Facebook audience, if you have a rose quartz or a chrysoprase or an aventurine, you can use them on your heart chakra right now, as Earl has suggested. We have one to choose from here. Okay, good. You've got one, Earl? Everybody has one? Okay, I have one too. So what do we do with this, Earl, when we use the crystal?
When you use the crystal a good way, ideally is to have an intention for what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and to use that as a means of taking a deep breath and put it onto your heart chakra, and sort of letting yourself close your eyes, go into the light. And you can actually, sometimes you can even see the color of crystal that you have on top of it, whether it's the rose crystal or the aventurine or the crystal paste. So just take it in and look in and see that, let that light from that crystal begin to shine down through you, and feel the vibration. And lots of times you'll feel just with it on your hand or on your chest, you'll feel the warmth. You can feel the coldness of it, or you might even feel it begin to vibrate for you, depending on, because your vibrational energy will be connecting to the stone to help you to soothe that injury and that stone, that vibration in your heart. You can feel that input. And if you can do this if you just do it for 7 minutes, you'd be surprised what happens. If you can do it for a half an hour, then you really enjoy it. And you'll really feel the releasement of that energy for yourself. And your intention that you want to make is to ask the love to come into your heart and be able to, so you can express it and be able to share it with others for yourself. And that you want to bring joy to yourself and to the world. And that it's in the highest good for you and everyone else. And that's the good way to feel that energy coming into your heart, that heart chakra. And the other thing that will happen a lot of times is you'll see all your other chakras begin to vibrate. You'll be able to feel sometimes that heart chakra actually feeling and moving down the rest of those chakras and helping those to become in balance with your heart chakra. So it can be a very, very powerful move. And if you can do it for a half an hour, the energy becomes so potent for you to be able to share with yourself and with others. And it begins to make your day. So doing this early in the morning, before you go off to work, or before you go to an event or something, will be a great thing for your heart chakra and yourself.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Good morning. I'm Lillian Irene Lobis. I'm here at the Shakura World Spirit Service. A good tool to add to the use of crystals that Earl pointed out is the use of mantras. Mantras are subtle vibrations that activate the marmas and nadis in our body. And so for the new beginning is to first chant the Ganesha mantra. Ganesha is the Lord elephant god who clears the way, makes a path. And so we'll chant the Ganesha mantra 3 times. Om Gum Ganapatiye Namaha. And you can hold the mudra at your heart chakra for Ganesha as we chant it. Om Gum Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gum Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gum Ganapatiye Namaha. The next mantra is a mantra to honor the divine love that is around us and within us, and vibrating that divine love into manifesting love around us, into those we meet, the stranger, our friends, our lovers, our neighbor. With this mudra is putting your knuckles together, the little fingers together, and you're making a heart. And you could put the thumbs at the heart center and just feel that Om Parama Prema Rupaya Namaha at the heart center, radiating down and radiating up. This is the mantra, Om Parama Prema Rupaya Namaha. And we'll chant it 9 times. Om Parama Prema Rupaya Namaha. 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 Expanding in your internal space and out into this space where you're at, out beyond your boundaries of your home, into the block that you live on, into the neighborhood that you live in, out into the city, and out beyond to the borders of the United States, and then just feeling the whole prema, love, filling the whole earth. Feel that globally. Namaste.
And the word Shakura is from the Arabic, and it means in gratitude.
being grateful for all the good that's here, rather than fears or worries about any lack. So right now, I'm going to bring forth an Aramaic translation of Jesus' Lord's Prayer. Many of us are familiar with the Lord's Prayer from Christian services that is translated into Greek. I'm going to recite the Aramaic first few lines and then continue on in the English translation. Avum de Bashmai, Mekadesh Hamah, Te Te Malkata. Translates to, O Birther, Father, Mother of the cosmos, you create all that moves in light. O Breather of life of all, Creator of the shimmering sound that touches us, respiration of all worlds. We hear you breathing, in and out. The source of sound, in the roar of the whisper, in the breeze and the whirlwind, we hear your name. Radiant one, you shine through us, outside of us and within us. Even the darkness shines when we connect and remember our source. Name of names, our small identity unravels in you, and give it back as a lesson. Wordless action, silent potency. Where ears and eyes awaken, there heaven comes. O Birther, Father, Mother of the cosmos. So we're going to take a moment to reflect on those words. O Birther, Father, Mother of the cosmos. The masculine and feminine energies coming together. The masculine and feminine within each one of us, and the masculine and feminine of our counterparts collecting energy together to create positive creations in the world. Source to light, being connected to the light, creates positive results. We don't have to fear our darkness. Connect to the light and create positively for himself and others. I want to thank Neil Douglas Klotz for his extensive research into the Aramaic language and the words of Jesus from his book, Prayers of the Cosmos. Namaste. So we're going to sing a song to enlighten us. And this one, many of you will remember from our childhood. All right, I'll lead it. It's called This Little Light of Mine. I'm going to let it shine, and we're going to pass the basket. And soon there'll be a donation link on the shakuraworld.org site if you want to contribute to our ministry. All right, everybody? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out there in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you, everybody. We're here at the Chakra Shop in Chicago, 5034 North Lincoln Avenue, for the Shakura World Services that will be happening once a month. The next one is in February. Do we have the date available to us? 18th. February 18th. April, of course, knows all the specifics. The next service will be February 18th. Come join us in person or watch us again on Facebook